Good evening, Louisa Rebgetz with ABC News. Clive Palmer has fronted the federal court in Brisbane to explain the collapse of his Qld Nickel company. It was liquidated in April, leaving a mountain of debt and 800 lost jobs. Mr Palmer came and left the court flanked by security guards, with roughhouse scenes late today.
Rarely camera shy, Clive Palmer today tried to avoid the waiting media, using security guards to keep journalists at bay. It was a scrum to make the Wallabies proud, with Mr Palmer blaming Canberra for the woes of his Townsville refinery.
Anything to say to the workers who lost their jobs?
Well, they should blame Malcolm Turnbull.
Earlier, the court heard Mr Palmer first stood down as a director of Qld Nickel in 2013 to focus on a political stoush with the then Queensland Premier. "I didn't like Campbell Newman and I wanted to be involved in getting rid of him," he told the federal court in Brisbane. He was again a director in 2014 before quitting to become a federal MP, and for a short time last year when managing director and nephew Clive Mensink was going through a divorce. Despite that, when probed about whether he was heavily involved with the refinery in 2015, he responded, "No, I don't agree." Central to today's evidence was a green notebook Mr Palmer used to record dealings regarding the joint venture agreement between Qld Nickel and his other two companies, QNI Resources and QNI Metals. The court was shown how, in pencil, he signed off on resolutions 3 separate times for the 3 separate companies. Only Mr Palmer and Mr Mensink were on the joint venture owners committee. They had meetings at will. They were totally done avant-garde, as we felt like it. The court was told on one occasion Mr Palmer even held a meeting by himself. He admitted he knew the refinery was indebted to creditors by the end of last year, but denied knowing there wasn't the cash flow to meet those debts. That's despite personally injecting more than $2 million to cover staff wages. "I provided it because I was asked to give it to them. I don't know what that money was actually used for." The court was also told Mr Palmer believed he had the power to order Qld Nickel to make political donations, invest in Palmer companies and forgive loans. He'll continue to give evidence next week. It's believed the behaviour of his security posse has been referred to court authorities for investigation. Andrew Koss, ABC News, Brisbane.